What's going on, y'all? This is RossGee Channel. I figured, what better way to kick off the channel than on my birthday and possibly the day that World War III started. Okay. This channel is meant to be, informative, and just kind of give, the knowledge to the common man that, you know, may not be into all the CNN and MSNBC vernacular and all of that. So, I just want to give y'all a quick rundown of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. All right. So Ukraine left Russia in 1991, the Soviet Union in 1991. They wanted to be their own country. Okay. They wanted to make their own rules, and that's fine. Countries do that. But Russia's big dog. Russia wants Ukraine back. They tried to get them back in 2014. They invaded some spots. They still have some, they have a couple strongholds in Ukraine already. Overnight, they were 4 or 5 attacks, on Ukraine. And I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, it's not looking good. You should look at Russia as a superpower, an international military superpower. You should look at them the same way you look at North Korea or the U.S. They have the missiles, they have the nukes, they have the manpower, they have the training, they have the technology. They got all of that, okay? Your special forces, your Green Berets, your Marines, they got all of that. Just, the Russian flavor, all right? In comparison, Russia, has over maybe 2,000, fighter jets, or bombers or whatever, or a combination of both. Ukraine has a little over 120. All right. Russia does not use the AK-47 anymore. They use the AK-74. It is a much more upgraded version. Ukraine just last week was training 50 and 60-year-old school teachers and professors on how to shoot an AK-47 or an SKS that's frankly probably as old as they are. Okay, that is the matchup that we have here. Okay, now people say, what does this mean for other countries, for the world, for the U.S.? Well, a lot of Ukraine's surrounding countries are NATO, right? Poland, Italy, France, Now, Ukraine had the opportunity to join NATO. NATO is a military alliance. It says, a smaller country like Poland and say, you mess with me, you got to deal with Big Bro, which is the U.S. We're putting troops on the ground, okay? These NATO countries, while close with Ukraine, realize that they are not NATO, right? You ain't game, okay? So you can hold the strap. I've seen some guns. I've seen some ammo. I've seen some, MREs or first aid kits, but we cannot put boots on the ground for you because you are not a part of NATO. Now, many of these surrounding countries believe that Putin will not stop at Ukraine, that it will spill over into a NATO country, and that's where you have a world war starting, okay? And that's really what everybody is bracing for. Worldwide, we all know that Ukraine is really no match. That's just, being honest. They have, untapped resources that they really don't have just the technology and manpower to get to. Russia does. They want access to that. They want access, to their oil and their waterways. And Putin honestly believes that, being with Russia is Ukraine's rightful place. That's where they started at. And he wants them back. It's like, the crazy, big, scary ex that won't leave you alone and all your new boyfriend scared of, right? And your new boyfriend, he's a little small, he's a little weak, don't really like guns like that, It could be a problem, when your 6'5", 280-pound ex pull up with the AK-47 or the AK-74, my bad, because, Russia's ahead of the game, all right? They've upgraded. Okay. Now, many countries are trying to do this kind of passive aggressive deal. like Germany, that was building the Nord Stream, which is a natural gas pipeline that spans hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles, that would have made Germany and Russia trillions of dollars. Okay. They said, we don't like what you're doing in Ukraine, so we're just going to halt progress on this. We don't want to fight. We ain't trying to fight now. Okay. But we just not going to continue with this until you get that sorted out. Okay. You have the U.S. talking about sanctions, kind of just really cutting, Russia off, economically, because we do get a lot of resources from Russia. And the best way to affect them without actually putting boots on the ground is to hurt them economically. Putin knew this going in. He was already prepared for it. He's attacking, airports and ammo depots and stuff like that, to where he doesn't want Ukraine to be able to even pinch him. Okay, I mean that's really where we at. So we will see what happens in the coming days and months. Could be World War III, maybe not. We'll see. If you like this content, if you like this information and me giving you guys these quick rundowns, please like and subscribe. It's the RossGee Channel. Stay blessed.